Hello and welcome to Miniatures Rundown. I'm Mitchell.
And I'm Cody.
And today we have the Strike Force Agastus.
Strike Force Agastus.
Agastus. It leaves me aghast how cool this box is.
It is pretty cool.
See, I say that, but you know, not everything in here I want. I basically just want the big old dreadnought.
Same.
Yeah, because I'm Space Wolves and you're Blood Angels.
We both like melee boys.
We like the punchy. But we're gonna look at all of it. I've seen some people making fun of the what are they called? The Devastation Squad? Desolation Squad. It's right here. I could have just looked right there.
Yep, you're right.
But I think they look fine.
I think they look very okay. Yeah. Like I don't hate them, but I don't think that they look super duper cool. I would have changed some things about them.
Yeah, I've seen some people like doing the little like rotary missile launcher in their hand and the other one on their back, which is kind of cool. I could see like maybe putting I don't know what a suspensor actually looks like, but something along those lines where it's like a crane that comes over and like holds it up, or like honestly, something from the bottom that holds it up. But you know, I think they look fine as is. It's not a huge deal. But
yeah, if I get them, I'll probably do something similar. If I'm being honest. Again, I don't mind how they look, but they could look better.
They could look better. I'll give you that.
And I do agree that they would look a lot cooler if they were Gravis armor.
Yeah, they really should have been Gravis.
Should have been. But
they should have been basically the. I always forget what the melted guys are called. Yeah, Eradicators?
We literally just talked about. Yeah, I think
Eradicators. So. They could have just been Eradicators, but missile launchers. Correct. But then they would have been like, you can only take 3 in a squad or 9 in
between
whatever.
3 and 6. Yeah.
Yeah, where they wanted to go more. The plasma guys. I also don't remember the name. Hellblasters. And made them a 10-man squad. Mm-hmm. But I think either way. First of all, the first thing I said is this is a little thin, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I thought it would be a bit bigger. That or they could have done like a half of this.
Yeah, make it like a combat patrol size.
Yeah, combat patrol size, a little bit thicker. Sure, whatever. But no, big box. Yeah. And I mean, for the price. Ooh, bases. Bye bases. We got first of all, we have the new Lieutenant sprue.
Lieutenant
sprue. My apologies. Sorry, guys. And I actually, you know, being a Space Wolves player, lieutenants are a little bit better for me. Mm-hmm. Just because, you know, we already have +1 to hit, like rerolling ones to hit, blah blah blah. But the rerolling 1 to wound is really good. I actually really like this sprue. I like any amount of customizability.
Same,
in my opinion. So the fact that he has plasma, bolter, fist, sword.
Yeah,
sword. I don't know how I missed that. It's the closest thing to me. But options are good. I like the options.
Yeah, if you're really good at magnetizing, you've got
the whole thing.
Several lieutenants.
Yeah, I don't know if it's
out of this one box.
I actually don't know if it's every option they can take. But it is an amount.
It's the most we've seen in a lieutenant before.
Especially Primaris. Oh my god. Like their Primaris is like, you can have this loadout or buy this other kit for this loadout.
And it has to have this one if you choose this.
Yeah. But this one I think is great. I love it.
Yeah, and if you don't magnetize, you have a whole bunch of extra bits for other projects.
That's true. You get if you want the sword, you can put a fist on somebody else. You got is that that might be a bolt pistol. Oh, heavy bolt pistol.
Yeah, heavy bolt pistol.
And then a separate bolter with the strap slung.
Should be like the master crafted one or something.
Oh yeah, the
maybe.
One. But yeah, love this model. Like it's customizability, posability. I wish it only comes with one helmeted and one helmetless head. Wish there was a couple of options, but that's my only complaint about it. Other than that, I like it.
Yeah, I guess with generic Space Marines, they don't get much crazier than that anyway. So.
Although you can just buy the Blood Angels upgrade sprue and put a Blood Angels head on it. Put a Space Wolf head on it, even though he's not near furry enough.
Precisely.
Don't take that the wrong way.
All right, what's next? We've already seen
the Heavy Intercessors. Okay, Heavy Intercessors we're not going to cover. It comes in this box. They're troops, but with heavy bolters instead of regular bolters.
We'll save the Dreadnought for last.
Yeah,
how about that?
I agree.
So
we got two of these.
These are the same sprue.
Yep, we got 2 of these sprues, which makes me think that these might be, when they come out by themselves, they might be 5-man boxes.
I was wondering that too, especially like either this box is not super great on savings and it's just get it early type situation, or these guys come as 5-man in a box.
Yeah, because if this is a 10-man box for $60.
Yeah, that's 4 sprues in a little box.
Yeah. So that's going to be a thick box. But if we do the math, he's going to be 40, let's say. The Dreadnought's going to be 65.
Roughly.
And we already know that the Heavy Intercessors are 60.
Right.
So this is...
Pre-price change.
Yeah, pre-price change. Like price change hasn't happened yet. So this is 60, 120, 185 plus him.
So like 220 odd some dollars.
Yeah, that's not a huge savings unless this is 2 separate boxes.
Yeah, and then if it is, it would fit a lot closer to their stereotypical like 30% off savings.
It's going to be like $290 or something like that. Going to be pretty close to $290.
So
honestly, like these guns without anything on them look pretty cool.
Yeah, and honestly, like looking at them, I think I would kind of do what some other people did and just leave that gun how it is.
Yeah.
And then find somewhere else to attach the missile part of it.
It looks like a shotgun with an underslung grenade launcher. That's what it looks like.
But the this little bit up here is not a barrel, it's a lens.
Yeah, it's a lens. Yeah, I don't like the what are they called? The like covers that like pop up.
Yeah.
Where you have like the 4 missiles and the covers pop up. I don't really like those, but the other one looks fine. And I'm gonna creep over here and grab this.
You do get the option to not run them like that though, or you can just cut them off.
That's true. You have your notes over there, but so everybody gets the Castellan launcher.
Yes.
And the Super Frag rocket launcher. And all models in this unit can have their Super Frag replaced with Super Crack, which is basically just a missile launcher, but better.
Do they all get the super?
So it says all of the models in this unit can have their Super Frag replaced with 1 Super Crack each. So it's either all Super Frag or all Super Crack. Desolation Sergeant Super Frag or Super Crack can be replaced with 1 Vengor launcher and targeter optics. And the Vengor launcher is the
Vengor is the big guy.
It's the leader. Only the leader can get the Vengor, and that is the...
Really?
Yeah. It says Desolation Sergeant can...
yeah, you're right. There is only one on the sprue.
Yeah. Which one is that?
It's this guy, the big one.
Oh, yeah, the big, like, square, like, classic missile launcher.
Yeah.
And that one is the one that has the...
Okay, so that makes sense. That's why I was a little confused why they all were Super Frag or Super Crack.
Yeah, it has the mortar thing where it can ignore line of sight.
Gotcha, yeah.
And then, so the Signum says, in your shooting phase, each time this unit shoots, if it contains Desolation Sergeant, you can select 1 model in this unit. That model has a ballistic skill of 2 up until the end of the phase. So one of the models gets a 2 up. That's kind of normal. I think it's the Cherub does something similar for regular Devastators. And yeah, so the Super Frag is basically, it's heavy D3 plus 3, strength 4 AP 1 damage. So in Devastator Doctrine, that's 2 AP, which is pretty good.
Yeah.
But it's still, like if you have a 10-man unit, that's going to be 30 plus 10 D3 shots.
That's a lot of shots.
That's a lot of shots.
Let's be real. There is definitely one chapter of Space Marines that these guys are have in mind.
The one that's, I don't want to say currently wrecking our meta, but
yeah.
But yeah, the Iron Hands. I did it right this time. Yes. I always say Iron Fists. But that's a Marvel character.
No, it's I mean, there's like a chapter, successor chapter that's Iron Fists.
Don't tell me that. Now I'll confuse it even more. It's Imperial Fists, Iron Hands.
Yes.
Iron Hands is gonna love that. Rerolling all their hit rolls, fantastic. And the Super Crack is heavy 1, strength 8, AP 3, D3 plus 3 damage. So I believe that is plus 1 AP compared to a regular missile launcher. And D3 plus 3 instead of D6 damage. So it's just better than a regular missile launcher. Granted, these are specific to this squad.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
So yeah, they're pretty good in my opinion. everybody's been saying this, and I'm gonna say it again. These guys should have been Gravis. Like the extra toughness, the extra what is it? Wound.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, they would have been a smaller squad, but I don't think.
Slower and...
Yeah, I don't think. I think 10 missile launchers is overkill.
10 is a little overkill, but they are, especially since losing armor of contempt, they're a little glass cannon-y. I mean, it's still kind of hard to kill a Space Marine, but like,
yeah,
not nearly as hard. So
yeah, they're middle of the road hard to kill, but making them just that little bit extra hard, I think would have been better. But then they would have been
a lot of blast weapons coming at you.
Yeah, I'm imagining. No, my 20-man Necron unit, and they're like, have 60 shots.
Yeah, here you go.
Mostly ignoring armor.
AP minus a lot.
AP minus sometimes. 2 at least. Oof. So yeah. They seem pretty good. I don't mind how they look. I know a lot of people don't like how they look, but
yeah, they're kind of middle of the board. Like I'll probably pick up a box at some point.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not super.
See,
I don't see them going into a lot of Blood Angels lists.
Yeah,
I kind of just collect at least a box of everything. Just
see, I'm the other side of that spectrum. When I got Indomitus, I traded my Eradicators for more Blade Guard vets.
Yeah.
I don't want ranged. I only want the punchies. So
Smart.
I'm not going to pick these guys up. But they are fine. They're cool.
Yeah, I mean, I have a lot of just random crap that doesn't fit into Blood Angels, mostly because I didn't know how to play this game for the first year that I was collecting.
Like, oh, these guys look cool.
They look cool. All right. No.
And then we got the big boy, the granddaddy.
There's one.
So this is, I believe this is the Redemptor, the Brutalis only sprue. So does that have a date on it? Like, is that just...
This is a completely different sprue.
It is?
Yeah, because it's got the bolters and the meltas on
Oh,
here,
nice.
and the
Yeah,
stubber.
okay. I was figuring that was going to be this. I've never built the Redemptor.
I thought the same thing. I thought it was just going to be a Redemptor Dreadnought sprue with an upgrade sprue type deal to it, but no, this is completely different.
Wow, awesome. Props.
Yeah, I mean, it's got like most of the same parts and stuff, don't get me wrong, like the same mold for a lot of the parts, but yeah, you got your stubbers here, you got bolters there, meltas, so on and so forth.
Yeah. Oh, the meltas. I am looking forward to getting this guy. I'm not going to be getting him until he comes out by himself, which is sad because it's going to be a little while. But man, I'm looking forward to an all Dreadnoughts army.
Yeah, Space Wolves. Space Wolves do that.
Yeah. But man, these guys are going to give the Wolven Dreads and the Space Wolf Vendreads a run for their money. Having huge melee, although they're not. I don't think they're as tough because Space Wolf Dread gets a 4-up invuln, and a Vendread has Feel No Pain. Whereas these guys are just more wounds and tougher.
Yeah.
But yeah, Dreadnoughts are one of my favorite things in the game, and this guy is amazing. He has, of course, 2 multi-meltas or 2 bolt rifles. Heavy bolters, not heavy bolters. And you can swap out the bolt rifles. Oh, sorry. You can swap out the heavy bolters for 2 multi-meltas. You can swap out this model's 2 Brutalis Fists and 2 twin bolt rifles can be replaced with 2 Brutalis Talons. So you either get the Fists and the rifles or the Talons.
Yeah.
The Fists are straight up the same as the Primaris Redemptor.
Yeah.
Whereas the Talons don't have the ranged attack, but can either sweep or strike. Again, Space Wolves players will be used to this. The sweep, the strike is re-rolling your wound rolls, which at strength 14 is, anything that's not toughness 9 and -1 to be wounded is probably going to get annihilated. Right. At D3 plus 3 damage, -4 AP. Yeah, that is a sexy profile. And then
it's gonna shred.
It is gonna shred. It has 5 attacks compared to the 4 on the Redemptor, +1 for the charge because Space Marines. It has Duty Eternal Explode, so nothing special there. Or it can sweep for strength 7, AP -3, 1 damage, making 2 attacks instead of 1. So it is having 12 attacks, hitting on 3s, and it's still Still core, so you can put rerolls on it. You can. God, this.
So it's got some different uses. It can go for something big. It can go for a big target and whack it hard, or it can swipe through a bunch of little guys as well. So, yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, it's looking great. And the points on that right now are 170 for the regular, and then plus 15 if you take for each multi-melta. So you get plus 30. 200 points is pretty good for a melee dread with 2 multi-meltas on it.
Yeah, it's essentially got the Eradicator Squad strapped to its chest.
Yeah. Oh, it's also speed 10 instead of speed 8. So it's a little bit faster, but it does degrade. I don't remember if the Redemptor degrades their speed. I think it does.
I think it does, yeah.
So yeah, it starts at 10, goes down to 6 at the lowest level. But yeah, this thing looks fantastic. I love it. Let's go back to this one because this one has the claws on it.
My only complaint is the claws.
You don't like the claws?
I think they should be way more dramatic.
Oh, you know what? That's fair.
Like the regular little dreadnought's claws are like this long, and these guys got little fingernails. Like, come on. I'm probably gonna kit bash that.
Really? I mean, fair. I would probably do the same. I mean, I have some leftover claws from my Vendread kits.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. That might do that too.
I think I have one or two sets laying around.
I think, what is it? The heavy stubber?
Yeah, the heavy stubber up top. It's where your missile pod would go.
That doesn't need to be there. Why does it have a heavy stubber on it?
It's a little weird. I feel like they just didn't want to give it a missile pod, so they're like, just heavy stubber.
Let's put one of the. Oh, there it is. Iron Hail heavy stubber. Oh, at least it's an Iron Hail heavy stubber, so it's heavy 8 with +1 to hit aircraft.
Nobody runs aircraft.
And also, it's strength 4. So if you're shooting at aircraft, it's going to be at least a 5 to wound.
Yeah.
Anyway, that didn't need to be on the top. I probably won't even put mine on, even though it's not an option to take off, because I think it looks dumb. I would rather have like the smooth top with the claws. Anyway,
that's fair.
This kit is fantastic. I've heard nothing but good things about the Primaris Dread, and this thing is basically an upgrade, because for some reason the other one can't take multi-meltas, but the melee one can. I'm not worried about it.
Yeah.
If this thing was like, see, this is the one that should have had the onslaught cannon. It should have had the little onslaught cannons.
I agree with that.
And not the multi-melta. The other one should have had the multi-melta for like pure tank killing.
Yeah.
At ranged.
I can agree with that.
But yeah, you know what? I'm not in charge of Games Workshop. But yeah, I'm not gonna pick one up until it comes out by itself. But man, am I gonna pick one up?
Oh, absolutely. I'll probably pick up 2 if I'm being honest.
Yeah, that's fair. I do like taking stuff in 2s, so I might do that too. Maybe
I have 2 regular Redemptors, and I'll probably either swap both of them out or one of them out at least. Yeah,
very, very sexy. I love it. And I'm surprised we got this as fast as we did, because they only showed it off like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, it was at LVO.
Yeah, at LVO. So yeah, I'm surprised we got it as fast as we did. I kind of wish the Heavy Intercessors weren't in here. I wish it was like 150,
like a $150 box.
150. Drop the Heavy Intercessors, just new sprues, and I would have liked it better.
I can agree with that.
I think they wanted to make it playable, but even then, technically in Arcs of Omen, you need 3 troops. You need 3 of something.
Well, I guess, do we know what slot this fills? Is it an elite? Or is it heavy support?
Brutalis is elite, and Desolation Squad's heavy support.
So yeah, you can't play this box out of the box.
Yeah, unless you're playing a patrol, which you can't currently do in Arcs of Omen. You have to take the Arcs of Omen detachment. So yeah, if they'd just dropped that and just was like, no troops, here's an HQ, 2 units of.
How many points are the Desolation?
Desolation are 35 points a model plus 10 if you take the Vangor. So that's 350 points for a 10-man unit, or 2 5-mans.
So yeah, you still couldn't take this even in a 1,000-point game.
No.
I mean, so it probably didn't have that in mind.
No, they didn't need to put the heavy intercessors in here. But I mean,
probably from a collection aspect, just to cover one more slot. Like,
yeah, probably.
Here's a troop choice.
I guess. But anyway, that's probably my only complaint with the box is the Heavy Intercessors. I used some Heavy Intercessors, borrowed some, and used them in my last game I played with Space Wolves, and they were fine.
Mm-hmm.
Put them in cover, and they were just like, pew, 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 the whole game, and then they died because,
Right.
plasma guns hurt.
The thing is, again, I think the Heavy Intercessors are cool looking, but I would probably never actually use them in a list where I'm trying to win. Yeah. Because, it's all in cursors and infiltrators. Yeah. But that is my... I'm on the fence with this box, and the only reason why I'm probably not going to buy it is because I'm saving for Adepticon.
Oh, that's fair. That's
but if I wasn't saving for Adepticon, I'd probably buy this box just because I don't have anything that's in it.
That's fair.
Like, at all. Yeah. So, and then Lieutenant's over there.
Lieutenant's over here.
But, closing thoughts. Everything looks cool in it.
Yeah. My only complaint is the Heavy Intercessors didn't have to be in there, but it's not terrible that they're included. It's a good deal as long as the boxes are the Devastation Squad is separate, 2 separate boxes. Right. And I cannot wait to get my grubby Space Wolf hands on that Dreadnought.
Same. Yeah. Again, the only reason why I probably won't buy this box is because I'm trying to save money right now. Otherwise, I would have bought this box in a heartbeat. Yeah, like I don't want anything in it but the Dreadnought, so I wouldn't have bought it even if I wasn't saving for Adepticon. But yeah, whatever. I probably wouldn't have used the entire box except for the Dreadnought. Yeah. But I like collecting, so that's fair. That's fair. That's my thing with it.
What are your thoughts? Do you hate how the stupid missile launchers look? Do you think they look fine? Are you looking forward to the Dreadnought, or are you going to sell yours on eBay because you're an Iron Hands player? Let us know in the comments below. Till next time, I'm Mitchell.
And I'm Cody.
Bye.
Bye.